So I'm Aiden.
I'm Amber.
I'm Otis.
So today we're talking about Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the first book called Lightning Thief
And also
by Rick Riordan, and also
𝗟𝗏𝗄 𝗏 time by, how do you pronounce your name?
𝗟𝗏𝗵𝗵𝗵
𝗧𝗵𝗺𝗲.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good book. They're
Yeah.
both good books.
They're both
this
about
is part of-
mythology.
This is part of Rick Riordan Presents, by the way.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Any fun facts?
Yeah, give us a fun fact about 𝗟𝗏𝗄, since you're the 𝗟𝗏𝗄 expert.
I like 𝗟𝗏𝗄. Anyway, so Aru's name, like Aru, like that name, derives from the Sanskrit word Aru, meaning sun, and her surname derives from the Sanskrit word sadhu, meaning saint.
Which is ironic.
Which is kind of ironic, sun saint, because like
Lena Starkov, Shadow and
don't
Bone.
think of Shadow and Bone yet. 'Cause-
Why? I need to.
No, because that sun saint thing is kind of ironic because in that like Hindu ancient
The ancient
poem
poem, yeah.
thing, Arjuna, whose reincarnation is Aru, as we know from this book,
Yeah.
his main rival
Is
the son of the sun god.
dun, dun, dun.
So, the Sun Saint.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And for Percy Jackson, the fun fact is that Rick Riordan actually created this book as a series of short stories written for his son Haley, who had ADHD and dyslexia, much like Percy. So, jinx. But anyway, Percy was obviously now inspired and created in the image of Haley, his son. So yeah.
So since this is the first time we're doing two books,
Which the reason is because we think they're so similar, but not
they are
similar.
just similar.
So
They're
it's
similar,
different.
but also not, and also different.
Also not
So one of
similar.
the biggest differences between the two books is how they reveal the true nature, or the main character's true nature, true power. Yeah, because like in Percy
True
Jackson, even if Percy hadn't pushed Nancy into that waterfall because of he can control water powers. Yeah, because he has water powers. But even if that didn't happen,
if the water just went like
he has water powers.
no, the water.
Yeah, he can
just like,
control
yeah,
water.
yeah, yeah.
But anyway, he still would have been accused of stealing the lightning bolt because someone else stole the lightning bolt and would have still
We all
managed.
know by now. We all know by now.
Yeah, would have still managed to frame Percy.
Moving on.
Also, like one of the differences is that Percy Jackson has a lot of betrayal, like Ares betraying the gods and Luke betraying Percy. While this one doesn't. The only sign of betrayal is when the sleeper shows Aru. Yeah.
Quote, unquote, mercy.
No, shows the vision.
Oh, that vision.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. The vision. That's not betrayal. But they
Well, it was-
But they both realize something insane about their parents, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And another thing is like
The
this whole-
mythological, like
the mythology
similarities
element.
again.
Another similarity is in that part.
Mythological worlds, basically.
Not just that, is that like the mythological world is within the normal world,
Yes.
right? Like in Camp Half-Blood, that's within the normal world, and they
Yeah.
can't see it.
And
also
the gods live in Empire State Building.
in this place, in here, in Arusha,
Yeah. The
Costco.
Yeah.
The Costco, right? Well, anyway, something I had to add was this really interesting aspect of Arusha is that Percy Jackson's Greek mythology, Arusha's Hindu mythology, but there's also Irish mythology.
In.
Because I was reading and I figured, and I just remember that scene in Costco where there was that lady who yanked like that pine tree branch and kind of pulled the whole girl out of it. So she, like, her speech was like, "I swear on the Dagda," which that's an Irish god. That's like Zeus or Odin or
Yeah.
like Odin. Norse mythology is like the big god, and he also
Head
called
honcho.
she also called the girl 𝗏𝗵𝗵, which is also an Irish goddess of like I think a warrior goddess or something like that. Yeah.
So like Athena.
Like Athena, yeah. So another similarity is
The weapons.
Magical weapons. So, from Percy Jackson we have, Riptide.
Riptide, made of celestial metal, Percy's
That's
sword.
bronze.
Celestial bronze. Bronze metal. Works for me.
From Percy's sword, which can
Yes.
turn to a pen and like take the cap off.
Yes, and it's just like and then you put the hack back on and it's just like pen!
And you can also write with it. Very handy.
You can.
And it appears in your pocket whenever you lose it. So,
Ooh,
perfect
yes.
thing for me. Anyway, And this is Luke's sword, which is backbiter, which is forged from one side is metal, other side is celestial bronze, so that it can kill people. It can kill humans.
and
It can kill humans and demigods. So
gods.
yeah, very.
Or like, can it hurt like gods? And others?
Yeah, it can hurt gods.
Other mythological creatures, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so, because like in the book.
It hurt Aries.
Yeah.
And in 𝗟𝗏 we have a magical orb. Aiden, would care to explain?
Yes, Aru's orb. This is like the. You know how in the book. Well, give me 𝗟𝗏 book. So you know how in the book and even in the cover, so she gets the.
It's not golden, but
It's,
you know.
yeah,
it's,
it's a ping pong. Like she gets
Artistic
something that
liberty.
looks like a ping pong ball,
Golden ping
and
pong ball.
it's her weapon. And well, this orb is also Otis's greatest fear.
So what does it do? So what does the orb do?
That. No, it can turn into anything you want.
But only under circumstances, like, because Aru at most of the book, she doesn't. She's mad at that thing because.
It won't do what she wants.
Yeah, it didn't do anything.
Yeah, and Minnie's weapon is what was a compact mirror, but it actually turns into a staff.
Yeah.
A walking stick.
A very sharp, pointy staff that you should wiggle around, Aiden.
Yeah, cool.
So that's I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, and the weapons are
All magical.
similar.
Slice.
Like they're all sort of weapons of the gods, and they're custom made.
Custom made, fit for the user.
So.
For Percy Jackson.
So out of the two books, I personally like Percy Jackson more, and a lot of reasons is just like there's so much like more like action, and stuff. There's like 12 gods, and there's so many like other characters,
Yeah.
right? Like there's a lot of other characters that you can like root for. Like there's Grover, who's a satyr.
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 He's a satyr. So that means he's a goat human
Goat human.
who can
Goat
walk on his
boy.
legs.
Continue.
And there's other demigods as well, like Annabeth, Clarice, or one. Well, probably not this one. Yeah, Luke as well.
The traitor.
The traitor. Yeah.
Traitor Luke.
Yeah.
And the story sort of progresses a lot more quickly.
In a
It
faster
doesn't
pace,
waste.
yeah.
It doesn't waste time like 𝗟𝗏 does.
And the end it was very satisfying as well.
Meanwhile.
Not really.
So for me, I like both books generally for their suspense element. I don't really have a favorite because they're both series, so I have to let me go read those first.
Especially Percy Jackson.
And also 𝗟𝗏. 𝗟𝗏's like suspense element, I'm gonna say, is who are the other Pandava reincarnations, right? Like, and also throughout the book, I'm just trying to figure out the sleeper's intentions. Why did I have to do that, right? Turns out, that.
Yeah.
And then with Percy Jackson, this is the biggest suspense element is when the Oracle tells him that, and I'm just like, who's gonna betray him? Who's gonna betray him? And then it's Luke. So now I want to see what Luke does next. I feel like it's gonna be something quite bad. It's part of the series. Yes.
Yes. So, again, like Otis, I again personally think that Percy Jackson is much better, but since both of you sort of also root for Percy Jackson, I will talk a bit more about 𝗟𝗏. Like, in 𝗟𝗏, even though it sort of uses more time to talk about seemingly unnecessary things, it sort of builds the world more and helps you think about, helps you think about a lot of things. And in that way, I guess it's also more predictable.
Also,
Yeah.
can I add?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that both books, though they have like a lot of little details at the start, especially 𝗟𝗏,
Yeah.
like about that museum, all of it kind of ties in because every single element you find will be tied back into the story, like later into the story, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, it's just those little details that authors sometimes, like, they put it in and then they'll use it. Like, it's not a useless element. Right?
Or they will use it in the next book. That
yeah.
happens in both of the books, because both of the books are cliffhangers. This one more than the other. 𝗟𝗏 more than Percy
A little
Jackson.
bit, yeah.
So, let's end with a nice little quote from the books.
I have a funny one.
Yes, from Percy Jackson, right?
That was really fun. That really was not fun, though. Well, the hitting her with the stick part, that was fun. But crashing into a concrete bear, not fun.
It's from
Grover,
𝗟𝗏.
right?
Hmm?
Grover.
I think so.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Grover, yeah.
From Percy
𝗟𝗏
Jackson.
Shah.
Yeah, the satyr.
From 𝗟𝗏 Shah. Memories are the grandest illusion of all.
Deep.
Very
Depth.
deep.
I can feel
Like-
the depth.
Yeah, because like
Depth.
a lot of like, I think it was in the underworld or
I thought it was the memory palace. Like the
yeah,
palace
that
of,
was
like,
in the underworld. But anyway,
Oh,
like
There's no underworld.
so basically the memories, all the memories that made the bridge. I think was it the bridge?
That was the Bridge of Forgetting. I think it was the Palace of Illusions.
Yeah, the Palace of Illusions.
Yeah, like the yeah, you guys said.
I think it was the Palace of Illusions.
What? Tell us what you think of the books. Which one did you like better?
If you think Luke wasn't Hermes' kid, would he still like listen to Kronos from
Yeah.
the
Will he?
Tartarus?
We don't know.
But
What do you guys think? So tell us in the comments below. Like, subscribe. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Aiden's got the intro nailed down. Outro.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.